Hey, good afternoon. Obviously, it's Friday. I'm Lance Hansen, Almaskaljic, and this is Real Estate with RE/MAX. We're here every Friday afternoon from 1:30 to 2:30, just breaking it down for you from a national perspective to a local perspective. We're going to have a fun show today. We're going to talk about my side of town, which Alma loves, and we're going to do that. We're going to talk to two gentlemen that are from the Greater Des Moines Home Builders Association, and that can be said like 12 different ways, but bottom line is Greater Des Moines Home Builders Association. And we're going to talk with them. It's Colin King and Brandon Klinge. And we're going to visit about the home show, what's going on, how it works, what the Home Builders Association does, lots of other stuff. Come back with us. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios. Listen, watch, chat. This is WEBCAST 1 Live. Programs on WEBCAST1Live.com are brought to you in part by KDC Builders, building custom homes for how you live. KDC will take your dreams and turn them into reality. Go to our website, kdcbuilt.com, or call Hannah Inman at 515-975-9990. And Tom Coates and ConsumerCreditOfAmerica.com. Are you overwhelmed with mounted credit card debt and feel there's no way out? Well, there is. Call 1-800-955-5765 for Consumer Credit of America. That's ccofamerica.com.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for streaming along with us here at WEBCAST1Live.com. Again, I'm Lance Hansen, Almaskaljic. This is Real Estate with RE/MAX. And we're here today to, we're going to meet a couple of gentlemen. Gentlemen, is that loosely,
yes.
loosely used? You know, and they are from the Home Builders Association of Greater Des Moines. I think that's officially how it's supposed to go. And we're going to talk today about that and the home show and all of those kinds of things. So first off, Brandon Klinge, you are the chair of this year's home show, 2011 home show.
That's correct.
Okay, so tell us a little something about yourself. What how'd you get here?
A meandering road brought me here.
Yeah.
Actually, originally from Kansas City, family still resides there, but I've been a Des Moines man for most of my life. Actually, going on about 18 years now. I live in Des Moines proper, right by Roosevelt High School, great part of town. I've worked for Pella Windows and Doors for going on 14 years now, and I'm a senior sales rep for them in the Des Moines market. Mm-hmm. I've recently begun to increase activity levels in the Home Builders Association, and my bad, because as soon as I start to do that is when they ask me to chair the Home Show Expo. Actually, I kid, I'm honored. It's a tremendous challenge, but a very rewarding one as well.
Okay. And so you're from Kansas City.
Yep.
And high school and stuff down there, and then came up here?
No, actually high school in small town Iowa, Southeast Warren Community School District, just a little teeny community southeast of Indianola. The big town at that time was actually Indianola for me, so when we wanted to go out and let our hair down, so to speak. Can guys even say let their hair down? I guess back then in the 80s and 90s we had that kind
I was going to say, in my era, we let ours down all the time.
Well, Indianola was the place to go. I went to William Penn University and got my BA in business administration from there, and have resided in Des Moines since I was in my mid-20s.
Married, got a couple of kids.
Yeah, married to my high school sweetheart. Actually, we met when I was 12 years old. She was 13 at a chorus festival.
Oh, older.
Right. I only went out for chorus because of the girls, right?
Yes.
I still can't sing at all. I've actually been asked not to sing in church, if I could hold it down.
That bad,
So that's pretty bad, but it worked out to my benefit because I met and married the love of my life, and we have two beautiful boys, Lex, who's almost 13, and my youngest son, Pierce, is 10 next month.
13.
It's a tough age, to be honest with you.
That's gonna get fun. She doesn't even know yet. Her oldest is what, 6?
6.
Yeah, so.
The whole phone and texting thing has just begun in my house. So
Really?
my wife and I are at the panicking stage. We lose him for an hour at a time. We have no idea where he is.
Well, every once in a while, you know, Alma goes away too.
So it never goes away.
Apparently.
Okay, well, good. And you now you work for Pella. You're the senior sales
representative, yeah,
for Pellicore.
For Pella in the Des Moines market.
And so that's the product line is windows, doors.
Right. Primarily, what I do is wholesale, what we would call wholesale, which is basically builder-driven sales, new construction, new openings, remodeling, some light commercial, such as multifamily, condominiums and townhomes, that sort of thing.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, it's good to get to know you here.
Well, it's pretty sad that my entire life can be summed up in that couple of minutes.
Okay, we're done. Hobbies.
Hobbies, being from Kansas City, I'm a huge Chiefs fan, and that's was better to say that.
You didn't say Royals. You didn't say Royals.
Well, you know, Royals, I'm a great baseball fan, but not near what I am when it comes to football. I'm kind of pathetic when it comes to football. My wife would say completely pathetic when it comes to football, but we've been season ticket holders for 10 years. We go to every game. I drive 3 hours one way just to see the Chiefs mostly lose. That would be a big hobby. I love to hunt with my boys and fish as well. And we do taekwondo together, my 3 sons and I, since they were 5 years old. So we've had a lot of fun doing that, a lot of broken toes and bruised body parts, but it's been great.
Yeah. I'm sure that gives them a level of confidence, though, that's...
Absolutely. I highly recommend it to anybody.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so I gave him another minute, just make him feel good.
Summed up in 7 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, and Colin King.
I got nothing.
You got nothing? That's it, huh? Well, good to see you.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
So.
You aside from being co-chair of the home show this year, you're a builder?
Correct. Co-owner of K&V Homes. And my business partner, Dean Vogel, and I opened up K&V Construction Services last year as well to take on the remodeling aspects. We've always done remodeling, but as Brandon can attest to, we've seen a greater influx of remodeling in the past years because of the economic times, people wanting to stay put in their house, still put in a lot of the new features in a new house, but they're putting them in their existing house. So we've been able to capitalize on that. Use Brandon's windows, and
thank you.
Yes, of course.
Nice plug for Pella.
Yeah.
But no, it's just been a great venture. We've been able to build new homes in all price ranges throughout the metro area, all different styles, as well as do remodeling for people. And then we've also gone back to homeowners' houses that we've built in the past and remodeled their house, bringing it up to today's new trends, new features, and implement new ideas, finish their basement. So it's just been a great run the past couple years. So, but I've got a wonderful family. My wife Carrie and I have lived in Urbandale for going on 10 years now. Son Thomas, that's 8, and daughter Emily, that's 3. Fortunately, we haven't gotten into the texting area yet, so that's still good, but he does know how to use my phone, so that's bad. But it's an interesting age. They're 8 going on 18. They're too old to do some of the kid stuff, but still too young to do some of the older stuff. So it's kind of that happy medium age that we try to accommodate in there. So
they still think you're okay.
So far, yes.
Yeah, that's the real key is when you get to the point where they're like, oh, really, you know,
walking 5 steps ahead.
Yeah, they don't want to be with you.
No public display of affection, no hugs, no none of that stuff.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Don't be holding my hand.
No, none of that
kind of junk.
None of that. So and my daughter doesn't want to be held anymore. She has to walk into daycare now. So we're progressing forward to that separation anxiety, I think.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I'm sure of that. And I saw that you went to Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. Graduated from Iowa State with a BS in engineering. I have a civil engineering degree, and now I'm a home builder. So I don't know what that tells you, but I'm an educated home builder. So I think that's probably...
Almost got a degree in BS from Iowa State.
I heard it's easily attainable.
I did go to Iowa State.
Yeah.
It's the greatest school in Iowa. No one should go anywhere else.
I agree.
Really. And we can't say much about him. Didn't go. Did you go anywhere? No? Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
uncomfortable silence there. For
Wow.
just a brief
No,
moment.
Insert awkward moment here.
No, I spent a whole semester at Grandview. That was when it was Grandview College, not Grandview University. But then I couldn't pay the bill, so I couldn't go anymore.
That's between a rock and a hard
and
place.
I spent a year at Spartan School of Aeronautics, so there.
So could you make a paper airplane?
It won't fly, but I can make it.
But it's a nice model.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So how long have you been doing the home building?
I've been doing home building for 13 years now, and been in the construction industry for about 18 years. So done quite a bit, all different facets. While I was going to college, I actually worked for a builder out of Altoona and helped frame houses, and then progressed into opening our own company and continued to frame, and then we began home building and remodeling. So kind of a nice progression there, and still went to Iowa State to give them some more money out of my back pocket, as you said. But diehard Iowa State fan, even though their records aren't the best, we still support them through thick and thin, and having Freddie up there now as basketball coach is promising for some years to come, we're hoping.
It is.
This year we're not doing so well, but we'll see what happens. But my son and I have season tickets to a lot of the sporting events, so great time for him to still be with his dad and acknowledge that I do exist. But the whole ticket thing, since he can't pay for them, I have to provide the tickets. So I think he's kind of using me in a way.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
well,
all right.
That trust me, that won't end. I have a 33-year-old and a
I hope your kids aren't watching this.
I don't know how old they
Exactly.
are. They're old now. They're damn near as old as I am now. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it doesn't. That part doesn't stop.
No, it just keeps going.
So now we become babysitters for the grandkids now. So, but that's
that way
okay.
they make you still feel important.
Yeah. That's not working.
Really?
No.
Well, it gives you something to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
Out
have
of your
nothing
busy
else to do,
schedule.
right?
That's true. No, we have 5 grandsons, so yeah, it's
Wow, good for
it's
you.
a lot
Congratulations. That's great.
of fun. Yeah, we have let's see, a 3-year-old, 2 6s, an 8, and a 9.
It's a lot of paper airplanes to be making.
Oh man, we have a good time. We have a good time. So I'll tell you what, Esme, I think we need to take a little short here, and what we're going to do is we'll take a short break and thank some of our sponsors. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and we'll get into some of this home builder stuff.
Yikes, when it comes to getting your carpet clean, don't just pick another name from the phone book. Call the company you already know and trust. From Springer Pest Solutions and Springer Handyman comes Springer Carpet Cleaning. Springer uses the best equipment available. No one can clean your carpet better. And with Springer, there's no hidden fees and no add-ons. Springer cleans your entire house the right way. We even return for spot cleaning throughout the year. Stick with the name you know and trust. Call Springer Carpet today.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios. Listen, watch, chat. This is Webcast One Live. Programs on WebcastOneLive.com are brought to you in part by KDC Builders. Building custom homes for how you live. KDC will take your dreams and turn them into reality. Go to our website, kdcbuilt.com, or call Hannah Inman at 515-975-9990. And Tom Coates and ConsumerCreditOfAmerica.com. Are you overwhelmed with mounted credit card debt and feel there's no way out? Well, there is. Call 1-800-955-5765 for Consumer Credit of America. That's ccofamerica.com.
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for streaming along with us here. I'm Lance Hansen. Alma Skaljic is here, and we are Real Estate with RE/MAX. And today we're talking with Brandon Klinge and Colin King, who are the chair and vice chair, co-chair, one of those chairs of the 2011 Home Show. One of them. There's a couple of chairs. There's a couple of chairs. Yeah, we got a couple of chairs here,
That's right.
so we're good to go. So what I want to do though is talk about home builders a little bit. The Home Builders Association of Greater Des Moines, or Des Moines Home Builders, is all the agents refer to them. You know, that's the Home Builders Association, and just tell us about that and what you do and some of the history. And so either one of you chime in.
Yeah, I've been a member of the Home Builders Association since 1997, been on the board of directors since 1998, actually served as past president and continue to be on the board. But so many people really don't know what we do, so I'm glad you asked that. The Home Builders Association is comprised of over 100 builders in the Des Moines metro area, as well as several associate members. Companies like Pella Windows is considered an associate member in that they provide goods and services to the builders and remodelers. And we really consider ourselves kind of the Better Business Bureau of the home building industry, in that it's actually an honor to be a member of the Home Builders Association. We oftentimes have people call the office and ask for a referral for a reputable contractor or supplier of product or goods or services, as I mentioned. And there's more to it than just building and remodeling and providing that. We do a lot of charitable organizations. We help Habitat for Humanity, the Ronald McDonald House, Wildwood Ranch. We've just really helped out in the community, and being humble people, we try not to promote that, but at the same time we need to, because a lot of people don't understand that we aren't just doing our regular jobs. There's a lot of volunteering, and especially with Habitat, we're providing goods and services, volunteering our time and materials. And so there's really more to home building than just the home builders and the associate members. And there's a lot of public community service that's going on as well. So, but the Home Show Expo is an opportunity for us to showcase some of our builders that are members, as well as the associate members, because so many of the goods and services go into these houses. And it's just one of the primary events that people actually look forward to. They're always asking us, when's the Home Show Expo? And great opportunity to showcase the community and so many other vendor members, as well as businesses in the community as well.
Okay. So. Home Builder Association wise, what is there, like, criteria?
Absolutely.
You know, because you guys don't just open the door and anybody that can pound a nail.
Correct.
Colin can actually
come
speak
walking
to this
in.
pretty well, because correct me if I'm wrong, you're on the committee for the membership committee, is that correct?
Is there like there's like a interview?
There
thing?
isn't an interview per se as so much as it is a membership application, and in that we're asking them about their financial history, memberships in the organization, as well as a good list of references, both in the trade organization as well as bank references. So quite a bit of due diligence involved in researching the actual member before we have them join. And anymore, as I said, we're trying to make it so it does mean something, and it's not just a matter of filling out an application, getting approved. And we really believe in the quality versus quantity, to where we'd rather have a core group of members that do believe in a strong code of ethics, as well as having 1,000 members that we can't necessarily stand behind and promote.
Okay.
Yeah, the general public really should feel comfortable when they deal with any HBA member company, whether it be an associate or a builder member, knowing that they are ethical, they're educated, they're reliable. Simply put, they're the best in the industry, and that's why they're part of the organization.
Okay. I know a number of years ago, I went to the home builders, and there was training on new construction, to learn all the details of of building a house, and so agents could understand it better. Do you guys still do like member training? Do you have people come in?
That actually segues kind of nicely into the mission statement of the HBA, which is to, and I'm going to read it to make sure I don't get it wrong, because Creighton would have a hard time with it. The HBA is dedicated to the advancement of the building industry and the communities we serve through advocacy, education, and professionalism. And to tie back into what you were saying, there are remodelers councils, green councils, professional women in building councils, and all of those individual councils are really set up to strengthen and create advocacy for their particular interests, whatever that may be. And they put on educational seminars that are open to other people, not just members of that committee, but they sponsor those events so that anyone who's interested and wants to advance their level of understanding of whatever part of the building or remodeling process they're going to be involved with, that we provide those opportunities to our members.
Okay.
That's probably one of the most important things that you brought up is the continuing education. We have several designations in the organization. For builders, we have graduate master builder, remodelers is certified graduate remodeler, and then for the realtors, we have certified sales professional. And with the green movement, we recently had certified green professionals. So these are all classes that are open to members of the home building industry. You don't always have to be a member of the Home Builders Association. We try to promote it to the community so that other people that aren't necessarily members can get that continuing education and be informed. And then when they see the value that we're providing as a Home Builders Association, then that'll hopefully compel them to join and become another member in the community with that designation behind their name, which is important. When people are researching for a builder, a remodeler, or a realtor, you want to see what education they do have to make sure that they understand their profession and that they're not just taking it for granted every day.
Now, I know for realtors, we have our DMAR association, just the Des Moines area, and then we have our Iowa association, and then we have a national association. Do you guys have that same kind of levels of the more local, statewide, and then national builders?
Yeah, absolutely. There's the Des Moines chapter, and then of course there's the Iowa chapter of the Home Builders Association, and there's the National Association of Home Builders. So yeah, we do have that hierarchical structure as well.
How's that interaction? Do they? I know that I see them there. Obviously they're like the National Association of Realtors. They're very strong. They go to legislative sessions and talk about things going on, and a lot of times the Association of Realtors and Home Builders are hand in hand heading down that same path.
That's actually very important to bring up, is that when you become a member of the local association, you're automatically a member of the state and then a member of the National Association of Home Builders. And through that membership, we again volunteer to work at the state level, work as national level. We have several members that have achieved life status in that they've devoted X amount of years to where they are now lifetime members, lifetime directors. And through that, we do the advocacy on the legislative issues at the local level, state and national. Certain things that are going to affect the home building industry. And we inform our legislators, because just as we've informed about the HBA, we want the legislators to understand about the Home Builders Association and what we refer to as the big picture. If we aren't building houses, we're not buying groceries, we're not going to the movie, we're not buying new cars. And so it just balloons out from building a single house to what all those people that are involved in that project, it now affects their financial status and what they can and can't afford to do. And then it just goes out from there. Now the car dealer isn't selling cars, and the movie theater aren't selling movie tickets. So it just keeps going. So there's a lot of education in there that we try to promote at local, state, national level.
Okay. There's a fair amount of best practices sharing as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I've not been as involved until recently as Colin, but my exposure has been one of information sharing. A lot of changes in the building industry from code requirements and new products and procedures, and to have the ability to tap into the resources of the larger parts of our organization, the Iowa chapter and the national chapter. It's really invaluable to the local level home builders.
Yeah, at the national level, so much of the codes are decided nationally, and then it comes down to local states and then the individual cities adopting them. And so we're made aware oftentimes of potential code changes, and that really affects the homeowner with what they're going to be doing in their house and potential costs that come into play as well.
Okay, let's take just a short break here. Esme, if you don't mind, we'll take just a minute. We'll take a little break, and then we'll be back. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back with you.
Yikes, when it comes to getting your carpet clean, don't just pick another name from the phone book. Call the company you already know and trust. From Springer Pest Solutions and Springer Handyman comes Springer Carpet Cleaning. Springer uses the best equipment available. No one can clean your carpet better. And with Springer, there's no hidden fees and no add-ons. Springer cleans your entire house the right way. We even return for spot cleaning throughout the year. Stick with the name you know and trust. Call Springer Carpet today.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios. Listen, watch, chat. This is Webcast One Live. Programs on WebcastOneLive.com are brought to you in part by KDC Builders. Building custom homes for how you live. KDC will take your dreams and turn them into reality. Go to our website, kdcbuilt.com, or call Hannah Inman at 515-975-9990. And Tom Coates and ConsumerCreditOfAmerica.com. Are you overwhelmed with mounted credit card debt and feel there's no way out? Well, there is. Call 1-800-955-5765 for Consumer Credit of America. That's ccofamerica.com.
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for tuning in with us and sticking along with us here. Had a little break there that we had to take, and apologize. It's not our normal break, but that's just the way it is. So anyway, I'm Lance Hansen. This is Real Estate with RE/MAX. And we're here every Friday afternoon from 1:30 to 2:30, and we just talk about just real estate. We talk about how to do your home, how to fix things up, what to do, how to help sell it, that kind of thing. But we kind of a little different today because we want to talk about the upcoming 2011 home show, and which is always exciting. It's a little more exciting for me because we're going to have it in Altoona. And we have never had a home show anywheres east. I think we had one in Ankeny once a number of years ago, and so where everybody in Altoona and Bondurant and Pleasant Hill and all of us out there are pretty excited, that it's coming out there. And I drove out through the location, and so there's going to be some pretty nice stuff. Got some walkouts going there, a little terrain work. So talk to us a little bit about site selection and what goes into making those kinds of decisions, because there's a lot to this.
There is, and it's a process. There are committees that are assembled, executive members of the board as well that take part in the process where developers, it's essentially an open invitation to developers from the metro area to come in and pitch essentially their development. And we entertained, I don't remember exactly how many, we entertained 4 developers this year. They were all fantastic. Everything that was brought to us was beautiful and fantastic, but the entire area of Altoona, excuse me, really hit the ball out of the park. I mean, they came very well prepared. The site was fantastic. The city support was unbelievable. Sponsorships have, Altoona area companies have stepped up and really helped with the sponsorships. And to your point, this is the first time that the home show has been in Altoona. In 35 previous years, I should say, we've been throughout the metro area, never to Altoona. And so as much as you're excited and Altoona's excited, I think I can speak for Colin and the rest of the HBA to say that we're very excited.
Okay, okay. And in that process, what is it that you're looking for? You know, I mean, you can't do a home show just in, straight streets and normal lots, and I mean, it's got to have a unique appeal.
Well, first and foremost is the home show has changed from years gone by, and that's very important to mention to people, in that the home show used to kind of have a historic atmosphere of $1 million homes, $800,000, all at a level that a lot of people were unable to afford. Nice to see, but they couldn't picture themselves living there. In recent years now, we've changed that tone to where it's more of the affordable houses in the $300,000 to $600,000 range. More people can come through and actually picture themselves living there. And so that's very important, is the price of the lot, because the price of the lot dictates the price of the house and what's going to be on there. Another facet is the number of houses or builders that will be in the show. We have a minimum criteria of 6 houses because we want to make sure that when the general public comes through, they've got a wide variety of houses to look at, not just a couple. And so as a result, as a developer brings the presentation, it's how many people are going to be able to be in the show, and really helps that establish the fact of whether we pick that site or not.
Okay.
But, and then lastly, the community. The Home Builders Association is the ultimate sponsor, but we really need community support. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes on, and when the community is able to step up and help us with that, that's an important selection. And sponsorship. We would not be able to do this without our sponsors, especially this year with Prairie Meadows, KCCI TV, Willis Automotive. They're just great people that step up to the plate, and not just with financial contributions, but just in helping us with whatever we need to make the show a success.
Okay.
And to piggyback on that real quick, the Altoona Chamber is actually one of our sponsors as well. And I think it's that group is a microcosm of what we've seen from the entire community, because they do represent a vast majority of the business community. They came together as an organization and sponsored it at a very respectable level. Beyond the monetary portion of their support, as Colin mentioned, they're actually helping, with the planning and the processing of some of the portions of the event. It's just been a terrific welcome from the entire city of Altoona.
Now, if somebody wants to help, get involved, that kind of thing, is the best thing to go in at that chamber level and talk with those folks and try to get involved, talk to you guys?
Yeah, we'd like to keep it as simple as possible. So if someone feels comfortable talking with Melissa Horton, who's the president of the Altoona Chamber, or anyone within the chamber, certainly they're welcome to contact Colin and I, and they can do so through the HBA if they'd like, the Greater Des Moines Home Builders Association. They can go to the website, the DesMoinesHomebuilders.com. We'll get them all the contact information for everyone within the HBA, and they can make sure that they're put in contact with one of the two of us.
Okay, okay. And as far as the builders that are in, can you talk with some of them that have fully committed, and I know you've got some that are.
We have 10 builders who are committed to the show. Unfortunately, for purposes outside of the control of a lot of us, there are 4 of them that we can't quite mention yet. They're not prepared to allow us to do that.
Yeah.
But I would like to mention 6 of the builders, because I think the 6 that I can mention represent some of the area's best builders, most respected builders, and I think they've historically put up some very nice homes that the show-going public would enjoy seeing, and that would be Trueview Enterprises, that's Chad Hutchinson; Clarity Construction, Justin Bauer; Ironcrest LLC, and that's Paul Owens; Jerry Bussimus LLC, that's Jerry Bussimus; Pinnacle Construction Group, Shane Madison, and Tyler Homes, Jim Harmeyer. Those are the 6 that we can announce today, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to announce the other 4.
Okay, okay. And that's a pretty respectable group of guys out there, and that's some nice builders.
I've tried to pencil in Canby Homes 100 times, and as much as he'd like to, he won't let me do it. So.
It just can't do that.
He doesn't like me gambling, with his finances. So.
I totally understand.
Yeah, 10 Homes, to be honest, quite frank, is a very, very respectable showing. West Des Moines home show last year was terrific, maybe one of the better home shows we've had in a very, very long time. And there were 9 homes represented in that event. So to have 10, we're actually cautiously optimistic we might end up with 1 or possibly 2 more before we finish this up.
Okay. And
I'll just going to say real quick, some of the houses are already pre-sold or custom houses, which means a homeowner has approached that builder and wants to build, but there's also going to be some houses that are being built for sale. So they're a spec house or speculative build, which means that the house will be completed in time for the show, and then people will have the opportunity to purchase a house either before, during, or after the show.
Okay. And with this group, do you know at this point the kind of price range that we're working? Yeah,
we do. We have a general idea, as Colin mentioned earlier, based on the lot prices. You have a relatively solid idea of where the homes are going to come in. I don't know that we've seen anything published per se.
Right.
But you're in that 325 to upper 5s range. So we'll have some great homes, some show homes, and some homes that everyday folks like myself could move into, could afford, I should say. The great thing, and I wanted to actually kind of circle back to this, so this is good, when Colin's talking about the refocus on the more affordable type homes in the home show. What's great about the home show is that even though they're affordable relative to what we've done in the past when we had the $800,000 and the $1 million hhomes, the features and the building process and everything has changed to such an extent that you're still getting some very nice features, some normally high dollar products put in these homes because companies such as Pella want to feature their very best.
Right.
And so the price of the homes are a little bit more attractive, but the things that homeowners can see and take away from it are still every bit as grand as they would have been in a $1 million home.
Yeah, some great products, and I come from the east side of Des Moines and live in Pleasant Hill now, and I've always worked eastern, and so I'm thrilled to death. We've worked a long, hard time from the point of actually driving a major developer out to Altoona in 1993 and putting him in the car and driving him around and trying to convince that guy that Venbury would be a good idea. And it
turned out to be a pretty good idea.
It took us almost 2 years to get that developer to finally lock in. And start on that, and that ended up being that developer, that was their first residential project ever, and it's been a huge success, and it was a great addition to Altoona and the eastern suburbs. Absolutely. It's been great, and I'm of course totally prejudiced because that was kind of my baby at the absolute beginning, and for years, I still had the hand drawings that I did of how Venbury might end up looking.
It might look like,
and I got rid of them in a move.
Right?
Yeah, you bet. No, nothing like that. And then trivia for those of you who are not from Altoona: do either one of you know where Venbury came from?
No idea.
No. And hardly anybody does. And they just say Venbury. Venbury came because the land was owned by a family trust, and we wanted, for that family, we wanted to recognize that family, and so it was the Virgil E. Nutt Family Trust. So that's why it's called Venbury.
I'll take an obscure Altoona trivia for 200.
Exactly. So anyway, Yeah, that's fun. Then of course Ironwood, you know, as it came down, and the next section, you know, came in there, and Country Cove across from there, and so it's really blossomed.
It has,
you know,
and the plans for further infrastructure growth are, I should say, pretty staggering what they've got planned. The city of Altoona, from the Spring Creek Sports Complex, which is actually going to be just to the east of Ironwood, where the home show is this year. It is will end up being the premier sports complex in all of the Des Moines metro area. It's a spectacularly planned sporting event venue.
Yeah, they really have, and that's gone on back in the early 90s. Altoona really took a look at the 5-year, 10-year, 15-year growth plan, and where they wanted to go and what they wanted to develop, and they've really tried to follow that model quite a bit, and it's really, you're starting to see the fruits of all that planning, where, you know, some places, you know, it's kind of herky-jerky the way it gets set up, and you end up having almost mixed use,
right.
You know, here
isolated
and there.
neighborhoods.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and but Altoona's just done a really nice job of planning out where they're going to be, and helping get things together, and the infrastructure, which of course is key to getting it in there, and then of course you know, when we got the bypass hooked up there,
huge.
of course that was a huge, you know, cross that
The Speedway, I like to call it.
the Speedway, yeah. But it's handy. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I, you know, from my house, I'm 15 minutes, and I'm pulling in the airport parking lot. So,
Well, and that was one of the things that Wind Vista Development, we've kind of overlooked the developer. And
yes,
Vista Development is the developer on the project, and they've just done a tremendous job with their presentation to the Home Builders Association. Not only to us, but working with the city, working with the sponsors, and going to them and realizing, you know, this is a team event. We need everybody's help to make it a success, and they've really promoted what Altoona has to offer, and not so much here's the lots that are for sale. It's here's what we offer as a big picture. We have a growing city. We have a tremendous school system that is increasingly building new schools, new elementary schools, new high school, and they wanted to promote that, which was important to see from a developer's perspective, that they were promoting the community and not just their particular development, which was nice. And that being said, it helped in the decision of selecting them, because now we're choosing a community. We weren't necessarily choosing a development. We were choosing a community that we saw was on board and wanted, as you said, to have the Home Show Expo come over to Altoona, and come over to that side of town, and really show people, you know, we're not about an area, we're about a city. We're about what they have to offer and how we can promote that to the public. And so much of what we see coming out of the home show, Dean and I have built several houses and past home shows, and we've seen that a lot of people will come through the house not interested in buying necessarily, but they want to see the new trends, as Brandon mentioned. And so that's why it's a benefit for people to come out, because now they can see the new windows and countertops and cabinetry and floor coverings, and that's where so many people benefit. The remodelers, the trades, the vendors, because now they're going to take a lot away from the show itself to help improve their house, make it more energy efficient, customize it, make it more usable. And so it's just a benefit to a wide, you know, selection of people that really come through the Home Show Expo itself. So really benefits a lot of people.
It is, and I've gone for years, the same kind of thing where you're just like, you know, let's go see what's new, what crazy idea Harmeyer's done this time, you know, because he comes up with something every time. You're like, whoa, you know, he's always got his mind racing somewhere, and just see the quality of workmanship that goes in, and I mean, it's just it's fun to go, and see, you know, the little tweaks in a plan, because you know you go along and it's like, okay, a plan is a plan is a plan, you know, we're going to do a 3-bedroom, it's going to be a ranch, you know, and it's hard, you know, how do you make it different? And it's kind of like going to the home and garden show, you know, you go down there to see the latest products, who's doing what. That's the way I visualize the home show, is you just go see all of these different things, these different products, these different ideas, and like you said, a tremendous thing for people who have houses who aren't necessarily going to buy one, but it's like, wow, like those cabinets were amazing. I got to have those in my kitchen. Or did you see how that worked? Or whatever. Or
even something as simple as paint colors.
Yeah.
We'll historically
color
have
schemes.
people call us a month, several months, a year later, and say in your X home show, what was the color in the kitchen?
Yeah.
And so we've gone so far as to provide that list, because we're more than happy to help them out. They just want to know a paint color. They might not be interested in building a house, but we have something that they're interested in, so we can get them that paint color, so they make their house look new again.
Right.
Well, to kind of expound just a little bit on that, I don't mean to keep beating the Altoona drum, although I feel obligated to do so with the reception they've given us, but I feel that this show, the 2011 home show, may more than ever actually be an event, not just the show itself, but it's really an opportunity to go somewhere that maybe you normally don't go, possibly as a family or maybe just with your sweetheart, whatever. You see the show, and there's so many other entertainment opportunities within Altoona that, I mean, it's fantastic. There's such a wide array of things that you can do while you're there. So I think the flavor of this show is going to be, of course, we've got the great builders and the great architectural trends and the new materials and all that good stuff. But beyond that, I think the show brings more value than maybe ever before.
I totally agree, and we love to have people come out and and see our side of town, our area, and we all, even the Pleasant Hill and the Bondurant. I mean, I've talked to other realtors there, and we're all in. It's like absolutely. What can we do? How can we help? Those things.
We're happy to tell you how you can help.
I'm sure, yeah, and certainly I'll be in the middle of doing something and trying to get my agents, more involved in helping out. And I've already talked it up amongst them. Say, we need to be involved, whether it's, helping out with parking or if it's holding one of the houses open or whatever. This needs to be a good showing for the eastern suburbs. We've waited a long time to kind of be able to raise our flag, and so it's nice, and we want to show everybody that we're a good place to live, good side of town, nice place. We don't have West Glen, but other than that, I think we're okay.
You compete just fine.
Yeah, we'll do fine. Well, let's talk dates on this.
The show's going to be a 9-day show. Actually, it's a 10-day show, but the first day is a sneak peek to the association members, HBA's member companies. But from July 22nd through the 31st, the show will be open. And as the chair, I'm just horribly embarrassed that I don't remember the hours. I know you do.
Hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 4 to 9. And then I apologize too, but I believe Thursday is 6 to 9.
Let's confirm this.
Let's confirm that.
Yes, Thursday and Friday, 1 p.m. to 9
1 to
p.m.
9.
Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 to 9 p.m.
Okay, so plenty of opportunity to get out there on the weekend. And it is my understanding that RAGBRAI is going to make a stop in Altoona at the same time.
Yeah.
We've
so
actually,
it will be a crazy place.
It's going to look like a vacuum bag about to explode. We're all excited about it. I know the city of Altoona is excited. The chamber's excited. We frankly, view this as a great opportunity for the HBA and the show as well.
You bet. It should be. Maybe some people will ride over.
Well, that's the goal is, again, showcasing Altoona. So where they're partnering with us to help us promote our Home Show Expo, we're helping partner with them to promote their city through RAGBRAI. So,
and I want to make sure, because, I understand when you're a builder and a remodeler and that kind of thing, would you give us contact number for you?
Absolutely.
If somebody's listening and they're thinking, I'm thinking about remodeling or I'm thinking about doing this, let's throw you out there.
Absolutely, more than happy to. They can reach us at our office at 252-9989.
Okay, all right, appreciate that. And we've got the websites up online, so people can see those and see how to get. And it's been great sitting here visiting with you and getting to learn a little bit more. It was nice to meet both of you and be able to share all this kind of exciting information that's coming up here.
We're more than happy to. And as Brandon mentioned, visit Des Moines Home Builders website and they'll have a reflection of the hours and dates on there as well for the home show.
We'll all get involved. We'll all get involved.
Thanks. We'll
All
welcome
right.
anything.
Brandon Klinge and Colin King from the Home Builders Association of Greater Des Moines. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Lance.
It's good to visit with you,
too.
and I'm sure we'll see you out there at the home show.
I hope so.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in to Real Estate with RE/MAX. I'm Lance Hansen with Alma Skaljic, who had to take off on us, but she'll be back, and we'll be back next week, Friday from 1:30 to 2:30, and we'll see you then. Thank you.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios. Listen, watch, chat. This is Webcast One Live. Programs on WebcastOneLive.com are brought to you in part by KDC Builders. Building custom homes for how you live. KDC will take your dreams and turn them into reality. Go to our website, kdcbuilt.com, or call Hannah Inman at 515-975-9990. And Tom Coates and ConsumerCreditOfAmerica.com. Are you overwhelmed with mounted credit card debt and feel there's no way out? Well, there is. Call 1-800-955-5765 for Consumer Credit of America. That's ccofamerica.com.